Hey, what's going on, guys? Noscope Pesnati here, and gonna be it's January 11th, 2018, and I'm gonna be talking about some of the stuff I think will be the plot of 2018 in the upcoming year. So there's a clip on CBN News. Uh, eh, I think this is a bit of backwash, but I thought I'd address it because spreading across Canada. SOGI, Sexual Orientation and Gender Identification, a curriculum that teaches children gender is fluid and to celebrate the homosexual lifestyle, including drag queen storytime. So a drag queen storytime is you have this I guess this transgender person, trying to spread the equality and shit, you know, and with the along with the curriculum, sometimes they'll implement this storytelling person, and they'll wear this worn garb and like gothic makeup and like a freaking crown, like there's like four or two horns coming out of its head, like it's like impersonating Satan or some shit like that, and that's really that's what we want to expose to our kids, apparently. So, yeah. Pastor Kevin Kavanaugh says a little girl came home in tears because the teacher had told her she was playing with toys that are masculine in nature, and told her that she might be a boy in a girl's body. Now, this is a teacher almost twisting the very fabric of being of this child. Like every think about it. You have this teacher that these kids are developing. These kids are they go to school to learn about themselves and the world so they can develop themselves and the world. If you come in and you interfere with that process, I don't even have to describe what happens then. I mean, you have this teacher that is telling this basically this child, regardless of how they perceive themselves, you know, is a of the back with them trying to have the LGBTQ people or whatever that movement back them up, objectifying a child in the first place. Like, that just makes no sense. Aren't you guys all about anti-discrimination and not objectifying? But if you go up to it, if you tell a child that perceives themselves in their own way that that they're perceiving themselves in another way, that goes against everything you guys believe in. That is like saying, "Oh, I'm gay, but I don't like gays." Like, what's the point then? Um, on top of that, it it, it construes with child development. So if a child thinks they're a girl and that's established, that this child identifies as a woman, whatever, cool. Now if you come in and you're all like, oh, you're playing with toys that usually boys play with. You're already objectifying. Like you've already destroyed the very foundation you're trying to establish. What is the point now? Pick a side. Oh my god. Parents like Laura Lynn, Tyler Thompson, and Carrie Simpson appalled and speaking against the curriculum. Curriculum started in BC in 2016 and is spreading across Canada. I went to www.sogieducation.org because I wanted to know more. Sexual orientation and gender identity is a term used by the BC Human Rights Code and describes an area of prohibited discrimination. Okay, so this is discrimination. Discrimination is when you have two paths. There's on your left path, there's a cub of bears and the mother bear, and then on the other side, your right side, there is a pack of people and your desire is that you want to connect. And so, discrimination is when, oh, I'm gonna go talk to these people. But if I talk to these people, I feel like I will be discriminating against, or I will not be connecting enough with these bears over here. Now, this is where discrimination comes into place, really. Like, it's already came into place, but it's gonna come into place continuously and continuously and continuously from the time you first discriminated. So the first time you discriminated is when you're like, oh, I want to go talk to these people. Or you could be like, oh, I want to connect with these pairs. Either way, it's discrimination. But if you're like, oh, I want to talk to these people, but I don't want to discriminate against these bears, you've already established discrimination as a thing. So now you're just trying to justify your own discrimination. Basically, what that means is you're trying to, in a way, you're not trying to be a bigot or something. So even if you're gonna risk your own life to connect with these bears opposed to the people just because of discrimination is like, so you could choose the righteous way and go and try and connect with the bears, as a form to evade that and be more inclusive. But in turn, which path is more desirable? Now that is the fundamental foundation of discrimination. What is more desired and what is not more desired? So go talk to the bears, get fucking like mauled and shit, like if it doesn't benefit you at all. So I went on to the BC Human Rights Codes describe an era of prohibition and discrimination created by the ARC Foundation in collaboration with the BC Ministry of Education. Now, I had a question. I was like, well, how old are they going to be, indoctrinating these children, basically? And I went on to the SOGIeducation.org, and basically, anatomical sex at birth, based on physiology, including genitals, chromosomes, and hormones. A baby is classified as, and you can see a list right here of, like, the chart in their Q&A. There's nothing on the site that specifically specifies at what age they're indoctrinating these children. But here you can get an idea is that, anatomical sex at birth, blah blah blah. Gender identity begins in early life. So the idea, I guess, is that they're going to be teaching children that are toddlers or something like that, just getting into school. Gender expression begins in early life. Gender identity begins in early life. Here are the charts right here. You can pause the video and look at that. That's